97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Corporate Ghana every year witnesses some level of movement, interesting ones, be resignations, appointments, etc. Now, these movements usually make or break the institutions that they happen. Now, in 2013, for example, we saw the appointment of 4 women heading 4 of the biggest banks in the country. Now, that solidified the growing pace of women taking or having a grip of the banking industry here in Ghana. Now, last year, which was 2014, we saw some interesting movements as well. But 10 of these movements caught our attention. In the first part of our report on the 10 biggest corporate movements, we look at the 5 biggest movements that shook corporate Ghana. The big shakeups in 2014 began in the banking and financial industry and later moved to the telecom and mining industry. The first major appointment that caught our attention was the appointment of Albert Essien as the CEO of EcoBank Transnational Incorporated (ETI) in March of that year. His appointment followed the dismissal of Thierry Tano as CEO and brought to an end a 9-month battle of allegations of mismanagement that shook confidence in the Pan-African lender. The wrangling in EcoBank, which led to the appointment of Mr. Essien, had been keenly monitored by industry players for months. Prior to his appointment, Albert Essien was the deputy chief executive of the bank and was in charge of the corporate and investment banking arm for more than 20 years. According to him, running the bank had been his dream from the onset. Then came the big shocker in that same month, the announcement that the co-founder of Data Bank, Kelly Gadjekpo, had stepped down as the chief executive officer of the bank, a position he had occupied since 2012 after Ken Ofori-Atta resigned due to health reasons. Kelly Gadjekpo, together with Ken Ofori-Atta and Togbe Afede, set up Data Bank in 1990. Mr. Gadjekpo moved to Enterprise Group as its new CEO after his resignation from Data Bank. He told Citi Business News that his role at Enterprise Group was an opportunity for him to shift emphasis from stewardship and overseeing governance as a director to leading the company at an exciting time in its 90-year history. Then came the appointment of Roshi Motman as the MD of Tigo in the same month. This appointment was an interesting one because it was the first time a woman had been put at the helm of affairs of a telecom company in the history of the country. Prior to this appointment, we had seen the likes of Mawina Treba, Asla Owusu, among others, who played key roles in the industry some years back, but not to that height. Though not Ghanaian and Swedish by birth, Ms. Roshi Motman's appointment showed the industry, after all, was not one that was male-dominated. Then, in April, came the appointment of Lucy Quist as MD of Airtel. Lucy Quist became the first Ghanaian woman and the second woman in the history of the country to be appointed to head a telecommunications company. Lucy's technical and business acumen, industry experience, and in-country perspective have so far played a pivotal role in driving the company's journey outside the traditional consumer arena. In that same month, a known name in the mining industry, Dr. Tony Albin, was appointed as the new Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission. Questions were raised about his appointment due to his previous role as the CEO of the Chamber of Mines and the chief lobbyist for mining companies. His critics asserted that he may not be effective in his new position due to issues of conflict of interest, having been the Chamber of Mines boss. But Dr. Tony Albin dismissed the assertions.
97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.